Welcome back to the channel. Well, it's a very fall-like Saturday morning here in Michigan. Not 50 degrees out, 47 I think it was, which isn't too bad, but definitely the leaves are changing and there's quite a few trees that are lost their leaves. So it's funny how that fall does that. Some trees lose their leaves quicker than others. I'm trying to get you where you can see me. But anyways, today is going to be a busy day. Actually, this was night before last. I got the key stocks out of the keyway on this 900 here, and I tell you what, it was not easy. Combination of torch, air hammer, chisels, wedges, ball peen hammer, big hammer, and I got it. Got both of them. See, this one's fairly straight. Does has a little bit of a crown to it, but I think it's the other one. I don't know if it's probably not gonna pick up on camera, though. Can't tell, but it's got a little bit of a banana shape, so I'm gonna have to try to straighten that a little bit, but that's not a big deal there. So I got this going on. I need to wash the Oliver today. My flywheel is at the machine shop for this tractor. I have a new torque seal, and all that other stuff, but I want to work on this today. I got a friend coming over with a bulldozer to fix my driveway. It's really impressive. The holes. So but anyways, he's gonna come over with a bulldozer, and I don't know how much of that he's gonna want me to film, but if I get a chance, I'll film that. Well, you might have heard some construction like noise in the background there. Project going on. Got my buddy Abe, who it's not what you know, it's who you know. He works for a demolition company, and they have any kind of a Caterpillar piece of equipment that you can think of. They have one or two or several, but anyways, and he got permission to use it to help me out. But anyways, fixing my driveway. My driveway was, and it's my own fault too, but we'll just say it was kind of rough. So still some good gravel in there, but no, just getting started, and it's already looking better. I can see it, how it's definitely going to be better than what it was. But yeah, nice little dozer. So anyways, I'm pretty mechanical inclined, and grew up on the farm. I'm a firm believer I can drive or operate anything, but just because it means I can operate it doesn't mean I know how to use it or how to use it well. I have been on a bulldozer. I'm not going to say operate a bulldozer, but I've been on a bulldozer before and moved dirt around. Did I do a good job? Probably not. So that being said, there's people who don't know how to drive a bulldozer or operate a bulldozer. There's people who know how to make a bulldozer move, and there's people that are bulldozer operators. There's a difference, between the title or whatever you want to call it. Operator is a guy or gal. There's gals out there too that can do it. Can set a grade, basically really close just by their eye. They know the feel. They know how to make a crown. They know how to do this and know how to take, not so much, or there's just all kinds of fine things that are not in my wheelhouse, I should say. But a lot of that comes with time and training and just doing it. So spent some hours scratching dirt. So yeah. And case in point, I don't want to say I ruined my driveway, but I made it really bumpy. How's that? So my dad, if you know this guy's a 580, is that a Super K or just a K? Case backhoe. It has a 4-in-1 bucket on the front, so it's kind of like a bulldozer blade on the front if you flip the, you know, part of the bucket up. Well, anyways, I was thinking I was going to grade my driveway, and a couple different spots, one being back there, and one right here, and one right here, and I don't know if it's showing, but I gouged into the driveway, and gouged is the right word, and made a hole, you know, and that's not easy to fill with a you know, a back blade or a loader tractor. It just doesn't work out so well. So anyways, so right through there's a high spot, so all that gravel needs to come here and actually go to the other side too, where there's another hole. So just you know, that's why I always joke around when I see somebody with a road grader. It's like, oh, I like to borrow that for 10 minutes. This is why, to fix this. But so I helped him out on a project, my buddy Abe here, and in return he says, hey, I'll bring a bulldozer over and we'll fix your driveway. You know, he was I asked him how he liked my driveway. He's like, but anyway, so I'm very, very appreciative for him doing this on his Saturday morning. You know, he probably could be doing something else, but he chose to help me out. So I'm not going to be in his way, you know, for, well, safety reasons, but he is definitely making progress. You know, the old Big Mo, I love that tractor, but there's no way it would dug into this hard gravel and do what's happening here. So he's reclaiming some of my gravel that was on the side here, but oh yeah, he's already made a huge progress right here, because basically right in front of the blade there is where there was a big hole. I'll let him be, stay out of his way, but yeah. So basically he's loosening up the dirt, you know, to level it back off, if you know what I'm saying. Then I think later he talked about bringing a roller over to roll this, because it's kind of late in the year. But he said but we also talked about bringing in some gravel too, but we haven't done that yet. So that's kind of why I was clearing out this spot here. I never got around to it, but anyways, okay, well, I got a few more things I want to move, including the R, which that battery I put on there isn't the best, but I just want to move it until get it moved, and I'm going to keep working on this 900 here. I think I'm going to take the brake off this time, and right now get that done. See if I can find a spot for you to sit here. I do have the brake seal and stuff now too, so we can put this one right back together once I get everything here. Well, my father-in-law had a little mishap last night. Anyways, yeah, that was kind of an important text. My father-in-law is also on the chain gang, and there was a play he tried to get out of the way, and well, he didn't. So he got a little injured at the game last night. You know, possible torn meniscus. They went to the ER last night to get that taken care of. Won't know that. Leg's not broke, but yeah, it's he says I tried to get out of the way, but you know, things happen, you know, boom boom on the sideline there, and you know, you can try to anticipate things, and sometimes they go farther than you, well, anticipate. So anyway, so hope for that. And then my mother-in-law also had something, you know, non-life threatening procedure done this week, and you know, so she needed attention, you know, so or not attention, well, yeah, it's attention, I guess, but had to keep an eye on her. So But anyways, always something. I think I'll just throw these right in a bucket here. You all know that goes on this side. So thoughts and prayers for my in-laws. So that's what my wife's texting me and stuff. They're both home, so that's good. That's good. And you know, luckily we don't live, you know, too far away. That my wife and Lydia's over there to take care of everybody. So that's a good thing. We were planning on going away this weekend. Well, good thing we didn't, I guess. Cool, I didn't have to take that off. But yeah. So yeah, this one looks pretty good. I'm gonna replace this boot here. So, but yeah, I've had this all apart in times past here. So, all right. Oh, I'm looking for that nut that goes on there. I don't think that's a 15/16. That's a lot bigger than a 15/16. No, not really much bigger. So, okay, let me grab one of those. Okay. Ooh, that spring's off. Huh. It's not broken, it's just off. Okay. Now that one's off too. Alright, I'm gonna put this back on there. Let's put the springs in the bucket with the brake actuator. Yeah, like I say, sometimes these don't like to come off very easy. But you know, if that seal is bad, there's oil behind there, and you know the suction cohesion or whatever, they don't like to come off. Definitely gonna clean this up though. I don't know if that's from, because this tractor always sits inside, but from washing it. I don't know if I got water in here. Come on, baby. Alright. There's that. This boot. I was just looking at the boot here. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I wonder if I already replaced that one. I did get 2 new ones. But I might put 2 brand new ones on here because of what tractor it is, and then just save this for another project. So, okay, I take that bolt out. That takes a 1/2 inch, 12 point. Then we can get that off, which a lot of times is not very easy. So, but I think, let's see. Yeah, I might have to. You know, double nut these and take the whole studs out. That might make my life easier too. So, okay, let's do that. Cool. That come out. Remember the other side? It didn't want to come right off. That's for sure. I think I want to take that bolt out there. I think I'll double nut it. Yeah. Is that piece of, it looks like a piece of pipe, but I don't think it is just a piece of pipe per se, because pretty sure it's welded right to it. Oh, is that a 15/16? Yeah, okay. Oh, the other way. Still hear my buddy Abe out there. We were talking, you know, running a bulldozer, if you'd ever ran one, you know, in a while or whatever, it's fun for about 10 minutes, and then, yep, it's work. So, I'm about to grab me a couple wrenches. Hopefully, this is enough. Ugh. Alright, oh yeah, that's working just nice. Yeah, the driveway is just about done already. Oh, let's see. I think he got here about 8:30. He just took about a 15-20 minute break, and we were talking about stuff, and oh, it's 10:30, but he's been working on that over there for at least 15 minutes. So yeah, that's the thing, that driveway was not smooth by no means to start with, but that's not the problem. The problem was as hard as a rock, and with what I have here now, I wouldn't have accomplished anything. I probably would have broke something, which is, you know, probably good content, but I'd rather not break anything, you know. So it's better off to do what I'm doing here. So yeah, I'm not positive that that's just a, you know, like a pipe bushing spacer there, but they always seem to be stuck. So everyone I ever have to deal with. But all right, I'll just leave those nuts right on there. Okay, still don't think this will come right off, because these studs here stay on the housing. Let me grab a pry bar, see if I can pry behind there, see if I can get it started. Chunk of shmoo. So, okay, let me grab a pry bar, which, well, I got a screwdriver right here, but that's not really a pry bar. Grab some dirt out of here. Yeah, I want to get this thing back on four wheels, get it back outside, and wash it off. I've got Super Clean sent me some products to try. And looking forward to trying those out. They are, you know, degreasers and stuff. So I'm gonna try it on this tractor. That's kind of I've been saving. I've had it for probably, you know, at least a week. And yeah, I want to try that stuff on here. And it's stuff that's readily available. You know, at local stores, Walmart included, Amazon. You know, I think there's tons of stores. When I get to using it, I'll go more in depth, but normally I don't agree to these people send me products, you know, this and that, because they have too many stipulations, and you know, hey, you got to say this in the video, this in the video. Well, Super Clean, there's no stipulations. They just want me to use the product, you know, and you know, do a review on it, and that's it. There's no commissions. There's just, hey, do a review on it, and I'm perfectly fine with that. That way, you know, I'm still doing my thing the way I want to, you know, and I'm not forced to say this so many times or whatever, you know. Nope, these guys, they didn't have any of those stipulations. So if you're thinking you want to send me something to try, that's how it's going to have to be. I'm not interested in, you know, you trying to control my channel in any way, as in trying products and saying these words, hey, you have to say this words for this much and this many videos. Oh yeah, we'll pay you this or this or this. No, I don't care about that stuff, you know. So I mean, I do care. I could use the money, but I don't want to go through the hassle or, you know, feel like I'm working for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the only reason I agreed to try these products out was because of that. I'm not going to make any, I won't make a dime off of it, you know, other than, you know, the ad revenue, you know, during the channel, you know, the watch minutes, that kind of stuff. But other than that, from Super Clean, I won't make a dime, which I'm okay with. So that way you're going to get an honest review too. So, okay, I'm going to grab me a pry bar. Put these in my bucket for now. Because we're a couple minutes away from using those again. Be nice if it would come right off, but let's do some tappy tap. You know what I did on the other side? I took these studs out too. Maybe I should do that. Yep, maybe I should do that. Oops. Don't drop them on the ground. Thought there was a chance of rain today. Didn't get her tight enough. Okay. The old lock nut trick. It works. But I think it's easier on the smaller diameter studs. Oh, I got it though. But you gotta get them tight together. Well, my Tigers lost last night. It was going in the bottom of the ninth, and I was just getting too tired. It was tied, and I see they lost by 1 run, and I think it said in the 15th inning. So, oh well. Life goes on. And also, our hometown Nicholas there and his boys, they lost a real close game to one of our rivals. We were both undefeated, and the away team won by basically one touchdown, 8 points, which, you know, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. So, but anyways, it was, you know, a hard-fought game, and they just they played better than we did. That's for sure. So. Yeah, one of the things me and Abe were talking about while we were staying here, talking about what else to do around here. We were talking about electrolysis, you know, and I want to try. I've been wanting to try that, and the last tank I needed cleaned out was which one was that? Oh, the G tank. Well, there was yeah, that's the one that had a baffle in it, and I need to do the R tank, RTI tank, and there's no baffle in there, so I think I want to try that. It seems to, I've seen some pretty good results, so that's a future video, so that won't be in this one, but soon, because before the snow flies, I'd like to cut up by the road with that tractor, and I think my governor has got issues. That's funny. There's quite a few people from Michigan would say the same thing. Yeah, our governor has issues too. That's funny. I just thought of that. Not to sound political or anything, but yeah, I just thought it was funny. So. Yeehaw. Like I say, I'm pretty sure that my the other housing has some studs in it already, so if it doesn't, we'll put these in there. Oh, there. Got that one on the first try. Sweet. Got a ratchet wrench right here. I got an impact right here, so I don't know why I'm doing what I did there. I'm not sure for sure what the, you know, the reason is a double nut like this works to, you know, lock them on there like it does. Somebody wants to explain that to me, that's fine. Is it something to do with the friction? I don't know. So understand. Oh. One more. Get this done. Hopefully this thing will pop right off there. I don't know if you can see that. Here we go. Okay, well, I'm gonna try something different this time. I got the platform off, but that's not different. I'm gonna take the housing off and see if I can tap from the inside and get that brake housing off. Maybe that'll be easier. You know, most of the time that's not the way you're gonna have to do it in the field, or you know what I mean, because you're just fixing the brakes. You know, you don't want to have to take the whole thing off. But that's what I'm gonna try this time, just for me. The only problem is, no, there's enough clearance, I guess, to get those bolts out of the bottom. But what I'm gonna do different I did last time too, I'm gonna leave the bearing holder and axle seal holder here on it. I already loosened up the bolts, but left them on there just to keep everything a little more stable. And then yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So now I'm ready to loosen all the bolts all around the perimeter here, and we'll have to move some stuff out of the way. Jake's home now. He can help me hopefully, and we'll get this housing changed. So yeah, all right, I'll get these loosened up and I'll bring you back. Now, while I'm trying to loosen these bolts up, I noticed, and I cleaned some more crud out of there, that bolt right there, I don't think I'll be able to get out all the way because it's behind that axle housing. Let's see if we can see it. That one. So I won't be able to do that. So I have to get this housing off. So I'm not going to move forward as in taking any more of these bolts out. I got to get this off. But I'm wondering if I can back that bolt out with a wrench and put some pressure on this side and then pry on this side. Maybe I can get it out. So I'm going to try that. Well, let's do a little bulldozing update here. He's not quite done. He's gonna shape this here so we can get through here, but you know, that spot where I want to build a pole barn eventually. He's got it cleared out nicely, so now I can keep the brush down, mow this down, and you know, he's got it all. Yeah, it's cleaned up. Stuff I couldn't do in a timely fashion like he did. So, but yeah, he's gonna smooth this out so we can drive back here, and I'm gonna park the tractors back there instead of in the backyard. Get them closer to the shop, organize them a little, you know, according to certain things, and you know, cover them if I can. But yeah, we're still working up here on the old 9 while he's doing that. I kind of want to just stay out of the way, you know, let him do his thing. Here's the other housing. I see got a broken stud here, so I'm going to get that out. I think I'm going to wash it before I try to get that broken stud out. That way, if I use torch to heat it up, I don't crack that casting. If that makes sense. So, yeah. So that's on the docket. She's starting to sprinkle on us. So, okay. So I'm still trying to get this off, but slowly but surely, I'm using that bolt that's in there as a pusher bolt. So I don't want to go too far because this is a pretty tight clearance in there. So I was going to grab a pry bar, then I got distracted. So I'm going to grab a pry bar and let's get this thing off. Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work. There's shims behind there, so let's try not to ruin the shims. Got to get close. Come on, baby. Almost. Oh. There we go. All right. There. Shims. Keep them all together. Awesome sauce. All right, now I can get the rest of these bolts out. Loosen up. Hey, sleepyhead. That's all right. He was up late. After the football game, you know, which didn't turn out as well as we wanted. He stayed up and watched Tigers to the end. Which, what time did that game get over with?
About 2 o'clock.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Waited all that while just for them to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna get the rest of these loosened up and I'll be right back. Okay, one more bolt. I think I'm gonna wait until he gets in here at the tractor before I loosen that one up. But yeah, let's get her lifted out of here. there. Go back up. Turn your wheels straighter. Back up a little more. Okay. Just hold right there. Just hold right there. Awesome. I want to stay out of his way. Stay out of his way. Just put it over there for now. We'll set it down, then we'll come and grab that one and get it out of there. Okay, well, that is out of the way. I'm gonna run a tap through all these threads again. I did that before and it seemed to be pretty nice actually. So we'll get all that done, clean this up. I gotta power wash the other the new housing, I guess, and get that broken stud out of there, and I'll put a new axle seal on this again. Actually, I'm gonna wash it up first. Yeah, so I'll wait for my buddy Abe to get done dozing, so before I get the power washer out and running. But all right, well, in the meantime, this will take me a while. I'll get all that done and then I'll be back. Okay, well, the last bulldozer update, I guess, grading, whatever, fixing everything. So yeah, he made my driveway look nice. You know, a good operator. Sure can get a lot done in a short amount of time and make things look nice. Yeah, he opened this up nicely too. So tomorrow's festivities are, we're gonna move some tractors. I'm gonna move them up here, get them out of the backyard. You know, basically just about all the tractors. There's a couple parts tractors I'm gonna leave where they're at, but you know, the other ones, yeah, get them up here. That way, yeah, I can work on them. Even if they're sitting right here, I can still work on them a little bit better, not too far from the shop. So I want to thanks again, my buddy Abe there. could not have done that without you. Not with the equipment I have. Man, she looks nice. So open this right up, and yep, and it forced me to get this stuff cleaned up that was here. Got all that moved out. So yeah, driveway looks awesome. Filled in my craters. So yeah, needs a good packing, hopefully, and then maybe next year after the frost all comes out and everything settles back out, we can get some more gravel and, you know, do a little top coat on here. with some real good gravel. Not kinda, you know, I'll get some exactly like the stuff I got here that another friend of mine sells. So yeah, I can't remember what he told me what this is, 3/4 down or something or other. But anyways, this has held up extremely well. Very, very, very happy with that too as well. So oh, it's nice to have friends, I guess. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna get down to washing. You don't need to watch that, I don't think, with my power washer, and then bring you back in the next video, either, you know, putting that axle back together, which now I want to get that part done, or you're gonna see us moving tractors around. So that might be a kind of a lengthy video, because I want to drive most of those, the ones that can drive and run. I want to do that, and you know, move them to that spot. So it's kind of be a, you know, going through the tractor collection, I guess.
Batteries back and forth.
Yeah. Say that again.
And lugging batteries back and forth.
Yeah, because I don't have a battery in every tractor. So, but anyways, all right, well, we're gonna keep working, but the video is probably getting long enough. So again, thanks my buddy Abe. Couldn't have done without you, bud. Appreciate you. So all right, hey, and I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next one.